What up, YouTubers? Whoa, I didn't know that light was gonna make y'all all, or make everything so bright. It is so bright in here. I didn't think it was that bright. And my beard is so fluffy. What the fuck? I guess I should trim or shave. Or comb it down or something. Sorry. Okay, so I haven't had a little, serious talks in a while. So I'm gonna have some serious talks and not talk about my body. I think you guys probably all think that that's all I really do is play with dogs, get stoned, work out, and think about my body. Not really. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think of me. I've met a few of you guys. And most YouTube guys that I've met, I like a lot at SEC, which I hope I meet a lot of you at the FTM fitness conference, because I want that conference to be huge, because it's going to be for trans guys and less of just the big, older scene of SEC, something new, it's fresh, it's made by our generation and everybody that wants to work out and whatnot, so I want to meet you guys. Pookie apparently wants to say hello, so. Pookie, Pookita. So speaking of the serious talks is leading in to the trans conference. So I'm really kind of talking about the trans conference, but the trans conference is really just what gave me like so much motivation to talk about this, and it's been weighing on my heart really heavily lately. So I wanted to talk about it. I have 112 people watch my videos. That's a lot of people. Holy shit! Like that's a lot of people. That's awesome. I actually never thought when I made this channel that I would have 112 people follow me, and people that look up to me. And I think that's amazing. I really never ever thought about when I was making this as a 20-year-old that you guys would like, that this many guys would watch anyways. I don't know if you guys even watch. Maybe you guys just look at me working out or something. I don't know. Whatever. And we're not going to get into that. Anyways, okay, so, trans conference, bodybuilding, and scruff. How this coincide, I'm going to make that point. So, I've talked to so many biological cisgender guys because I've dated them, I hang out with them, and a lot of them don't know the full extent of FTM transgender, and they don't understand a lot of things, like how we don't exist in a lot of society when it comes to healthcare unless we have certain ways of getting healthcare and blah blah blah. They don't know any of that, and they don't know that we can't compete in a lot of bodybuilding competitions and weightlifting competitions and blah 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 blah. They don't know any of that, and I'm sure there's a lot of lesbians and a lot of cisgender straight females that don't know that, and I made this channel to be stealth in my real life, not computer life, and I don't think I've ever been outed, like, in my stealth life by my YouTube life, which is awesome, and that's crazy that anyone's just typed in, like, Rufio, and it just shows up. I'm sure it shows up. I should go look that up when I get off here. But, even if my boss even found that, they don't even know, some of them probably wouldn't know the extent of what FTM trans is, because they're in their 50s, and some guys in their 40s don't even know what it is. And like that's huge to me. That's I think it's crazy that we are still like unicorns, like freaking unicorns, man. That like we're mythological creatures to them. And if that's the case, then that's why we don't have equality yet for trans guys. Because we want to be stealth, like, and that's it's like the worst situation that you can come to when you're like, I want to be stealth, but I want to be out because I'm not helping my community being in the closet with the dumb folks that don't know what trans is. You know what I'm saying? And so I've just realized that I'm like, if you come at me asking it, I'm gonna tell it, and I'm gonna tell you in the most respectful way, and I want you to understand that I need equality like you, because there's a lot of people don't know. I was at the a casting call the other day, and there was this guy that went to a trans guy that went to a cisgendered female doctor for I guess blood levels or whatever, and he asked her about some study, and she said, "I don't think there's enough trans guys in the world for us to do that study." And you're just like, this is like, there's, do you know how many trans guys there are in the world? Like, there are thousands, I'm sure. Like, what? You know, I don't know. This is just a really big topic that I really wanted to talk about because I know that there's so many guys out there like me that hate to be out because you don't want to be different, but then you want to be out because you want to show them that you're not different and everything. It's a tough struggle, and I understand, and I want you to know that it's probably like the hardest thing I've ever wanted to do, and I will not out myself in a lot of situations. Like my girlfriend's parents and family have no idea, and it's best that they don't. But they know that we're so much a part of the queer community because she was before I was. Like she was in the queer community before she was dating me. She just wasn't a lesbian. She was just a straight ally, and so like if they bring up trans conversations, we can like totally dispute them right away, and they have no idea that I'm trans still. They just think that we're straight allies, you know, talking among behalf. Um, but if there's a situation like if I'm talking to a dude on Scruff that I want to hang out with and be friends with, and they're like, "What does transgender mean?" And I'm like, "Look it up," and they're like they come out with me with a whole bunch of random questions, like disrespectful questions, then no, I'm not going to answer you. I usually will just be like, I'm not talking. But if you are a dude and you're like, no, really, I looked it up and that's fascinating. Tell me, you know, like your coming out story, your life story, or whatever. And um, some of them are like, holy crap, that's awesome. Like you're beautiful. You are a beautiful man, and that makes me feel so good about myself. Like I actually think that I have a scruff. No joke, just so that these cisgendered men can tell me how pretty I am. I think that's probably what it is. But I don't know, y'all. This whole thing was just about if you really feel the need to come out and that you're gonna educate them on in a good way, then come out because if we come out, we'll be numbers. We'll have numbers. And I'm sure there are smart enough trans guys out there that could be politicians and be like uh, president. I don't know. I don't know if you don't want a trans president or anything. I don't know if I go that far, but like it would be nice to have like a trans guy or girl in charge, noticed and like where we could like have certain things like healthcare and other things that I never like write lists down, but you know, would address transgendered in jail, would address the transgendered bathroom situation. I mean, I know they're addressing that now, but it would just be so much easier if we had a trans woman or a trans man up there in the Senate, Um, so if there's young little trans guys and you guys like politics, fucking go for it. I mean, now there's trans people coming out when they're 14. That's crazy. That's not crazy like bad. That's just crazy different. Like I didn't even know what a trans man was when I was 14. So let alone know that I could have been a boy the entire time. But I think that I'm nicer, and I respect women, and I'm more of a feminist than I would have been even as a female. Um, now that I'm trans, trans makes me a nicer, more educated man, and I understand a lot of situations coming from a privileged white male and coming from a not so privileged white female. And I respect trans black women so much, because that is, you just went from a privileged black man to a privileged black man isn't very privileged still, even our day and age, and then go to a black female. That's awesome. That's you have so much metaphorical balls because you have so much vagina. Like black trans women have so much vagina. Like that's crazy awesome. The respect for trans women that I have is awesome because I was a female. I don't want to do that again. And the fact that you're so empowering, awesome. It's awesome. But that's what's up. I also have one more topic because that's a long video. You guys probably are not gonna watch me for that long unless you really have nothing else to do, and you're really stoned and just watching me. Um, so if you could buy any kind of product, so like candle, marijuana, clothing, whatever, buy any kind of product. If you could buy it from anyone, who would you rather buy it from? Like, would you rather buy it from the gay community and support um, your community, or you buy it from the straight community and support their community? Or does it depend on how good is the quality, or is it the actual individual company that you want to support? Does it have to do, like, do you feel like you want to help a trans brother if he had something going on, or would you want to support just a random average white cisgender male? Give me some feedback. I just want to know. I'm running a little like statistic thingy. Not really statistics thingy. I don't know. I'll let you know when I know what it's called. But be good. If you're not good, be good.